me today. We're just getting started with part 2 of drawing an infinite zoom holiday edition. This is actually on a program called Zoom Art, and it's got a little pink, purple, aqua, and white logo. You can find it in the App Store. This is the project we're working on the night before Christmas. And as soon as we get some folks on here, I'm going to go ahead and run through everything that I've completed so far. If you haven't done Zoom Art before, it is a mathematically calculated program that is vector-based, and it seemingly allows you to have your art go on forever and ever and ever. It's an illusion, of course, though. And so we're going to start with a black box, and we're going to slowly move in. And I just sort of kind of know where to go, but there's also bookmarks that can be set so that if you get lost, you can find your way back to something that you've drawn. You can actually get lost in your own drawings. And this is the image that I put on the cover. If you haven't figured it out yet, this is "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," which is a poem written by Emmett someone. That's a good question for my brain. I have to look it up. I should give credit. And I've gotten quite a few images down here. I've got quite a few to go. So here I have forgotten. There we go. I almost forgot how we moved in. And this drawing is not finished. I spent all of last evening drawing all of these reindeer, and quickly realized today that I had kind of misshapen their faces. I made them more like regular deer. So I'm actually going to have to go back and sort of fix every single one. But that's kind of what happens sometimes. And so we're going to go in here to this sketch of Santa. And then we go into his puffball on his hat. And then we've got a portrait of each and every reindeer that he had. We'll do a portrait of each one and make each one very special. Thanks for the thumbs up. Hi. At doesn't actually say who you are. Thank you. Thanks so much. So I've just got the line drawings for this so far. I do have a line drawing portrait of each, roughed out, of each reindeer, except Blitzen. I'm working on Blitzen right now, so that's probably what I'll be working on. Hi. Thank you. I'm so glad you came on. So we're just going to work here a little bit with so if I looked up years ago when I lived in Alaska, I got fascinated with caribou, and reindeer look very similar. think reindeer are sort of the Russian version of caribou. I think I'm going to go back here a little bit. And I think I'm going to also make this guy's ears kind of out the back. There we go. Oh, thank you. That's a rose, Aroas, Aroas, Aroas. It's really bad how I pronounced your name. I'm so sorry. That one, Aroas, that one, Aroas. Yes, Aroas is how it's pronounced. Okay, great. I got pretty close. I had to look at it quite a few times. Thank you. So I think I'm going to have this guy looking at me this way, kind of looking outside, sidewise. And then each and every one of these, I think, is going to have its own style of decoration. I haven't figured that out at all yet. So I need to ask a question. I love asking questions on here because it keeps people sort of interested in thinking, having their brains work while I'm drawing, because I can be a little boring sometimes. So let's see, what question? Okay, I'm going to put a question up here in just a second. So I have to go to the plus, start a question and answer. What country would you like to visit? Return. Whoops, back. Okay, done. So this is the question today. I'm going to put it up here. Oh, it's such a hassle when I try and move this around. Okay, well, hopefully that's out of the way of the drawing that I'm doing. So I think here, make sure I'm on the right layer. I am. Oops, start the Q&A. So there we go. There's the question. Drop your comment. Drop what country you'd like to visit in the comments, please. If you are so inclined, of course. You don't have to. Oops, nope, that's not what I want. I want this to go like this. Is that what I want? I think so. I have to make it bigger though. So the question in the chat is, what country would you like to visit? You don't have to have, like, you don't even have to know why, but if you do know why, that'll make it a little more interesting. I've only visited a few countries, so I think it's pretty fun to think about this question because there's still a lot of countries I'd like to visit. I'd love to visit Australia, never been there. I'd like to go somewhere in on the Far East. Country I want to go to is probably Brazil, and a state I want to go to is Missouri because I have done some research on it and it's beautiful. I've been to Missouri once and it is very beautiful. So that's awesome. Love hearing that. I don't know if I need to do that. Do I need to do that to make it? I don't think I need to. I think it's fine without it. I can do it through shading. Okay, this little Blitzen, he's got a little bit of an attitude. Just saying. Okay, so this is my line work. It's all on the very top layer. Blitzen. Let's do some, what does Blitzen mean? I don't know, but I'm going to make this right there. So if you want to put in the comments what it was in your research that really drew you to it, feel free. Just that it's pretty maybe, or maybe there's something historical about it. Do you want to visit the St. Louis, or do you want to stay kind of out in the country? Blitzen translates to flash in German. Oh, okay. So I think I might make these blue then, sort of a light aqua blue. Yeah, that's interesting. I could put like a little star up here or something too, a flash. It's an interesting thing to think about. So I think I will start to color this in. Excuse me. So I'm going to go to my background and I'm going to choose an aqua. Flash. So Blitzen must be super fast. I'm gonna say that's maybe what this is. Blitzen is super fast. Like a flash. Moves like a flash. And I'm just gonna start filling in color. See how it looks. I think I'm going to go with a nice dark blue on the background, like a deep blue. A deep blue background. I don't know if I'm going to get this finished by Christmas. There's so many images I have to draw. And I just created a lot of line drawing images that I have to fill in. But it's okay. I create these challenges in my life that are huge sometimes. My back is kind of sore today. So I live in a little condo in town, but I have a horse, and my horse lives at my friend's house out in the county, as we call it here, out in the county, so out in the country. And he's retired, so he doesn't get a lot of exercise, but he's got a big field he gets to run in all the time, 24/7. He's a very lucky horse that way. Not all horses have that. So the property he's on is like 5 acres. His field is probably like 3 acres. So it's pretty big. He can full out gallop around that field, which that makes my heart happy. But he's not galloping enough lately. And I don't have a place, like there's not an arena where I can take him and ride or ask him to lunge in a circle, or, there's a lot of things you can do with horses to give him exercise. And for the first time in his life, because he's retired and I'm not riding, he's getting a little chubby. So I'm going to have to, I don't want to deny him food if he's happy and getting enough exercise. He's had free choice food his whole, a big part of his life, which means they always have food available and they just choose to eat it or not. So he has free choice food right now, but he's just getting a little chubby. So yesterday I went and got 28 bales of a different kind of hay, and I'm going to start mixing in this other kind of hay and see if we can't get him back to normal on his weight. So my back's a little sore today. Not like, it's not like bad, it's just like muscle sore. I can definitely feel it that I moved 28 bales of hay. They're like 45 pounds each. They're like they call them 2 strings. You're in Iraq. Wow. You're far away. Hi, thank you for joining. Kildroid M87. Is that from that name? Is that name from like is it for, are you a gamer? Suwabe, Suwab, something like that. Am I coming close? Hopefully. Can I guess your flag? I can't guess your flag. I'd have to look it up. So are you trying to say that you're just visiting Iraq and that's not your country? You have a different country because you have a flag? I don't know. You can tell me what your flag is. If it has something to do with gaming, I might not know it. Okay, here's the flag, Iraq emoji. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, cool. I want to look at it closer. Red on the top, white in the middle, blue on the bottom. And I can't see anything else because it's so small on my phone. Yeah, so what country would you like to visit? That's the question that I have right now. So if you could leave there and go on vacation, what country would you like to visit? Can you mod me? I don't know what mod means. I have to think about what does that mean. I don't know what mod usually means, like moderate. Maybe there's a language barrier going on here. If you were going to go on vacation, what country would you visit? Can you speak English? I can speak English. Did you spell the last comment right? Because I don't know what you mean by mod. Whoopsie, we spilled over. moderator, I think. No, I don't think I'm going to have you be the moderator. I don't usually have moderators. Sorry. Tell me, why would you want to be a moderator? What powers do you get when you're a moderator? Moderator. Yeah, I think that's what he meant. Oh, sorry, that one arrow ace. You think he meant mod. Yes, he didn't actually say that. They didn't actually say that. I'm not sure why they would want to be a moderator on my live broadcast. Doesn't really make sense. I don't know them. Okay. Well, it looks like maybe that person has gone away. I like to go way out and just knock out a whole bunch of white space with the big fat brush. I'm not too worried about if it spills inside of the antlers because that'll get covered up with another color soon. Your live stream is so entertaining that I didn't want to leave till it ends. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy that you want to stay. And hopefully, sometimes I go really quiet though. I think it can be boring when I go quiet, but that's why I put a question up there, because you never know who's going to come along and see the question and answer the question. Okay, so Blitzen has a beautiful blue background. How is that going to look in the eye? I think it's fine. We'll probably put sort of a white border around. I have to think about this. Yeah, I don't think you're really going to notice. So let's go now with a light green for the background of Blitzen. To make sure, am I on the background? I am. So I'm just like roughing in all my background colors, and then I'll come back in a little while and start shading them, but I'll go on to different layers up above my background colors so that it makes it No one will notice until you zoom in and then they see that absolute masterpiece. Yeah, right? Thank you. So I just noticed a few more people came on here, and you may not realize that I am working on an infinite zoom. So I'm going to show you. This is my holiday version of an infinite zoom. I've just got a lot of line drawing right here, but we're going to get out to a finished area that's got a lot of color here in a minute. It won't take long. I'm just getting through all of Santa's reindeer. The first one is Donner, I think. Here's Donner. If it says Donner, I know we're at the beginning of the reindeers. Okay, so Donner. And Donner is hidden in Santa's puffball of his hat. I have not colored this in yet either. And I partially colored this one in. This is Santa's sleigh with the reindeer. I'm going to have to change the shape of the reindeer's noses because unfortunately I made them more like regular deer instead of and I don't have their horns on them yet, their antlers. So this is him running to the window and throwing up the sash because he hears a noise outside. Here is settling down for a long winter's nap. The children are all snug in their bed with sugar plums dancing in their head. So I'm going backwards on this poem right now because I started out here. There's the stockings all hung with care. And there's no noise in the house, not even a mouse. And here's the house, which I need a lot more going on there. And then I'll probably do a city scene out here. So now I'm going to go back in. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plums dancing in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap when suddenly there was a clatter. I rose to see what was the matter. I went to the window and threw open the shutters and threw up the sash. What to my wondering eyes, oh no. And there was something about the new fallen snow and what to my wondering eyes should appear. But good old Saint Nick and 8 tiny reindeer. He called them all. He was lively and quick. He called them all by name, one at a time. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and that's where I decided I needed to share with folks. This is all the farther I've gotten on this. I have to color in everything you've seen so far. And then there's more verses. Of course, you may know the poem, you may not, but there are more verses, and it's going to take me a while to get there. Just want to check the comments here and make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not. Here we go. Yeah, so I am to where he calls them all by name, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away all. So I'll probably do the next scene will be him with the reindeer on top of a roof. And I might make it a silhouette just because it's a lot of reindeer to draw again. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricanes fly, when they meet with their obstacles, mount to the sky. So up to the house, top the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. So I'll probably do a detail of that, of a sleigh full of toys. Maybe I'll do one of them from above. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof, and I will probably do a close-up on that. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. So I'll probably do a fireplace that doesn't have a fire in it, and St. Nicholas all dusty at the bottom. He was dressed in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. So obviously I've got to do a portrait. Then his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow. So how many is that so far that I have to add? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna keep count with my fingers. You want to eat that art. Stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. You know, Santa Claus wasn't fat until this poem, I swear. I think he was just a big guy in a cloak before that. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. So I'm gonna have to do another one. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know that I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. So I'll have an image of the stockings, that's 6, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. So I'll probably do another portrait, that's 7. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So I'll probably do 8 or 9 more images, which Blitzen, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coloring them in is the challenge. Coloring them in takes a while. 7, 8. So I've got 8 done to color, 9 to color. This one's almost done. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. So I've got about 18 images already done or roughed out. I've got 9 more to go. Oh, so I'm farther than I thought. I actually think I'm going to do one at the beginning that's a town, a really picturesque little town. And so that'll make it 10 more images to draw. I should be able to get this done by Christmas. I've only been working on it a couple days. I started right after Thanksgiving. So that was Thursday. I just started like 2.5 days ago. I have been drawing, so how, the question is, how do you draw that well? You know, it depends on your opinion whether I draw well or not. I mean, I think I draw okay. Thank you, though. Thank you for that compliment very much. Uh-oh, I forgot how to go in here. I've been drawing for 61 years. That gives away how old I am. Uh-oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, that's right. I go in here. And then there's Santa. And then I go into a picture here in the, there's Santa again. And then I go into the little puffball on his tail. Okay, so now I'm gonna go all the way in. I wonder if I marked Blitzen. I did not. So I'm just gonna zoom into Blitzen and then I'm gonna mark Blitzen. I should probably mark these one at a time though. It could be kind of boring for you to watch me mark Comet, Cupid, Donner. Here we go, Blitzen. So a little green dot appeared right there. If I hit the back button, does it go away? No, forward, forward. Okay, so I have to figure out what layer it's on. This layer. I'm just gonna cover over that and then use the eraser over here. Okay, so I think the next thing to do is just make this guy all one color, and then I'm going to come back in and start highlighting and darkening and all of that. So let's go with a nice warm brown. That looks a little bit like the gold right there. So I think I got to change that to something a little bit yellower. No, redder. There we go, redder. Okay, there we go. How's that going to look next to it? I think that's fine. So this is where we make things go really fast. In this case, because I don't have anything, sometimes I don't draw where, I definitely don't draw where I've got something else going on. And I will eventually go into that eye for the next drawing. Thank you. Be happy. Thanks for coming by. Hi. Sorry I didn't notice your first comment. I was lost in my drawing. Yeah, he's pretty cute. So the question today is, if you want to answer the question, what country would you like to visit? I have not closed that question. So far, I've heard Brazil as an answer. I have given the answer of Australia, and there's so many countries I'd like to visit. That's just one. I'd like to go to Vienna, which I think is in Austria. I lost my Apple Pen. Can you type rest in peace, Apple Pen? How about if we say come back? Why don't we say come back, Apple Pen? Let's see. I just is the country I was born in Puerto Rico. This is Be Happy. Hello, Be Happy. Well, Puerto Rico isn't really a country, but I love. Yes, it is. It's a territory of the United States, but it's still a country, I think. But I love and I want to go back to it. I moved when I was 5, and I'm in Massachusetts now. Oh, wow. Okay, well, good for you. But if you want to go back, you can go back eventually. I've never visited Puerto Rico. I visited Cuba and Belize. So let's see here. Come back, Apple Pen. Okay, I will write come back, Apple Pen. We're gonna go up here. Let's see here. Where am I gonna go? I'm just gonna put it right here. I'm gonna go with the line drawing, and I'm going to make it very flowery. In cursive. Now, if your pen comes back in the next, let me do that again. Pen. If your pen comes back in the next day, go on one of my, you'll have to subscribe to my channel so you can find it again. But if your pen comes back to you in the next 24 hours, I want you to go on any video or any short. I'll get a notification and I read all my comments. And I want you to comment, I found my pen. Okay? I think that would be so cool if you found your pen. Okay, I got to get on the right layer. Go to the background layer. And I'll go, whoa, wrong color. In a minute, I'm gonna, after I clean up the edges on this, I'm gonna switch and start shading this, and it's gonna get exciting. I love shading and highlighting. Excuse me. Okay, that part's done. So let's go get a bone color. We'll just go way over here to the gray, browny gray. And I'll highlight with a much lighter version of this, but we'll just get the dark, the shading, the shadow color in. I love art, and I have 16 notebooks. Okay, so these are paper notebooks that you've filled with your artwork? Is that what you're saying? Full of your art. That is fabulous. I bet you're becoming quite a good artist if you've filled that many notebooks with your art. That's amazing. That's an accomplishment. I don't think I even have 16 notebooks. I mean, I probably would now with all of the, if I wasn't doing it digitally. I've been doing digital for the last couple years. Oh, let me just see what those comments are. Full of your art. Hey, it was funny. Yeah. All of them since I was 6. That's so cool. So, what style do you try all different kinds of styles, or is there one style you like to do? Do you have a style that you like to make? And I'm going to go with a white here for, I'm going to go white. Palettes. Let's go to a palette. Actually, let me go to a pink first. I'm going to check the comments in a second because you probably answered me. I can only do realism, and like drawing animals and nature is the only art style I can do. That's fine. Realism is really hard to do. And starting out with, it's like when you do realism, it's like you're learning the rules. You're learning how things look. And then once you get really good at that, you can start breaking the rules. So, be happy. I asked my mom if I could get an Apple iPad or something with a little pane that I could draw on so I can do online art. Yeah, that's yes. Tell your mother that you would like that for your next gift. I do have a certain style that I use mixed up of all the styles that I use since I was 6. What is mostly art since I was 6? Okay, that's what most of it is. Okay, so we've got Arrow Ace is doing the animals and nature, and you're doing that. Who's okay? I have to look and see. I'm getting you two confused. I want to be sure I know who is what. Arrow Ace, who's doing the realism? I have to go back and read the comments again. I do have a certain style that I mix up. Now I'm doing this at Be Happy. You mix up your styles, and you want an iPad or something like it. Arrow Ace, you do realism, and you like drawing animals and nature. It's the only art style. And so Arrow Ace, I was talking to you when I said that's like learning the rules, and then you start to break the rules later. You know how I started really getting kind of changing, and I'm not saying you should change your style at all. I mean, it's totally fine to just do exactly what you're doing. But if you want to change your style at some point, what I did, and this was a teacher that taught me how to do this, is to just go to museums or look in art history books and look at what artists have done in the past, and then you just sort of practice by, it's like almost like copying them, which is a completely acceptable thing to do in the world of art when you're learning. It's completely acceptable. Artists always do it. In fact, you're assigned it when you're in college to copy famous artists. Whoops, I went too far with that. Okay, more comments. I got to keep up here. Started drawing stuff like realistic animals and stuff like that since I was in 3rd grade. So you both are very serious about this and started very young, which is super cool. Okay, so now we're going to have to start differentiating the colors here. I'm going to start by putting a nice gray nose on this guy. Oops. I have to go here. I'm going to go above. I'm going to go to layer 3. Layer 3 is where I'm going to work. I said that out loud because it helps me remember. It's hard to like check comments, draw, keep track of your layers, and keep talking with everybody all at the same time. I just saw another comment pop out of the corner of my eye. I like to make realistic cats. That's one of the only realistic things I do. Oh, okay. So Arrow Ace tends to do a lot of realistic and does animals, and Be Happy, you do realistic cats. That's very cool. I love cats. Okay, so I'm going to go here with a darker. I should probably make a palette for oh, what happened there? I must have been up here when I accidentally put an orange dot. Let me just fix all this. I have to go to my background. Sorry, I got to focus for a minute. And we're going to fix that dot right there. Okay, now I'm going to go back to layer 3, and then I'm going to start reading comments. My neighbor dog had puppies a few days ago, and I'm trying to convince my mom to keep one, but I don't know how since we already have a dog. Aw. Well, it would keep the other dog company, and you've already got to take one dog out to go potty, and you already have to feed one dog. So having 2 dogs, they just keep each other company. I think it's great to have 2 dogs. You should have begged, but if she keeps on saying no, puppies are really hard to have. I have 3 dogs. Yeah, puppies are a lot of work because they poop and pee a lot, and you have to train them where to do that. Okay, here I can go to layer 3, and I can erase those dots that I accidentally put there. Oh, that one's not on layer 3. What layer? What layer? It's on layer 1. Oops, so now I'm going to go back to layer 3, where I am doing the thing is, my dog Summer, Summer's mom, is the neighbor's dog. So I'm adopting Summer's sibling, hopefully. Oh, that's cool. They'll probably really love each other. Okay, so I am going to make a palette while I go along here. Palettes, and I'm going to name this because I have so many of these reindeer that I have to do. I'm going to create a palette, and I'm going to call it Reindeer Palette. Reindeer. Delete. Reindeer. Create. And now I'm going to add, and then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to add. Whoops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I went to the wrong one. There, I'm going to add it to reindeer. And then I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to add it to reindeer again. So I'm starting to have like a reindeer palette. One of my dogs, about 7 months old, and that dog's crazy. She digs through the trash. She always dookies on the floor. And it's really, really bad because my sister just had a baby and she lives with us. Oh yeah. So it's a lot going on in the house. Hey, I forgot to say hi to someone up here. Hi, STXRS for life. Stars for life. That's bad. My dog just whines and tries to making noises to alert us when she needs to use the bathroom. My dog still digs through trash though. The puppy is kind of potty trained, but my other two dogs are potty trained. And my dog is 4 years old too. Yes, well, it sounds like y'all pay a lot of attention to your dogs, which is very good if you own an animal. I just don't like that. I think I want to make that. I think I'm going to add the black in the eye right now. So let me go to that color of black. And that white color right there is like attracting attention, and I don't want it to attract attention. So I'm just going to shade it out there. Now it's not going to attract attention. That was bothering me. And since I've got that darker gray, I'm on layer 3. I had a dog, but in about 5 days, she's going to be turning 5. Hi, be happy. And then I'm going to go with a lighter shade here and put in some highlights. That might be too light. Let's see what happens when I go away. Oops. Erase. Sans. Sinbad. Hi. Simbad. Thanks for joining us. For anybody who's hasn't joined, I am going to, this is the last place I drew, so I'm going to come right back here. I'm just going to quickly show you. I'm working on an infinite zoom drawing. It is going to be over the next few weeks. I color in all of these. Oop, I'm going to have to plug my battery in. Excuse me. Sorry for wiggling the camera. I have to finish all those portraits, and then I'm going to go out here to finish some of these line drawings. This is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas that I'm working on. And I will slowly get there, but it'll be over the next couple weeks, and I'm going to make a video of it. I'm going to find a really nice recording of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Even if I have to pay for a license, I probably can find one that's open share though, and put a really nice recording with it. And I'll put it up on my YouTube, and hopefully it will get watched every year once I get it all finished. So I have a little ways to go. So now I'm going to use my bookmarks, and I'm going to go right back to the last painted. What did it do? Yep, it took me right where I wanted to be. Okay, so thanks so much for all the loves and the likes. I appreciate that. And here, make sure I'm on layer 3. I'm going to go to this, and I'm going to go to a much lighter version, lighter grayer, and put some highlight around his mouth. I see a lot of comments happening there. Hi, Fluffy. Fluffy Me Hours. Amazing art, thank you. Arrow Ace, I am drawing realism while watching the live, but I am working on graphs right now, and I drew the green too thin. Hi, new people. Be happy. Yes, I love it. I love you're all hanging out. So nice to have you here. So I think I want this highlight to go up here, and then very much be part of his chin. And then we're going to put some more highlight. I'm going to use a fat brush here. And then come in and do a little bit of erasing. Thank you. Okay. And we're going to move back here to somewhere in the middle so that I'm going to go there. I'm going to go just a little bit lighter. There we go. That's what I want right there, where it's just barely. And I kind of love drawing with my eraser. I don't know if any of you have tried that. You can do it on paper with pencil too. You can draw with your eraser. I see a comment. Oh, yeah. Who's got a YouTube channel? If you have a YouTube channel and you want to drop your link in my comments, you can. The only problem with these chats is they kind of disappear. You can't search them later. Let's go here and go to a darker. Right on. So you all have YouTube channels. Good for you. Okay, so here, let's make a little bit of shadow. Just dark humor. Okay, so I have a little bit of cleanup to do there. How am I liking this one? So it is starting to work. There's sort of, you can see where the highlights are. I think I want to add some highlight on top of here. There we go. And I want to add some highlight on top of here. And definitely on top of here. Oh, I see a lot of talking going on here. I have to check my comments in a second. Oh, new folks. Hi. So, Be Happy is your YouTube channel. That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. You guys are subbing for each other. Don't forget to sub me. So Tokyo is where you would like to visit. Yeah, I would love to see Tokyo. I haven't been there. That would be cool. I'm going to go back here and ease that in a little bit. Same here. Oh, I see all sorts of comments happening. Sorry, I can't keep up. My YouTube channel name is Be Happy. Yes. So that's your handle at Be Happy. And I love animals so much that's why I want to go to Tokyo. Anime. Oh, anime. You love anime so much. Oh, yeah. So with anime, so for instance, it might be kind of interesting. Like I've been playing around. I don't do anime at all, but I said yesterday and I'll say again today, I love the anime eyes. And I did actually go in yesterday when I was on here. let me back out and show you what I did with anime eyes. And you tell me if you love anime, you tell me if you think that I did it. The thing about anime eyes is they kind of look like you're looking into pools, you're looking into the depth. It'll take me a while to get out there. I got to go through all of these portraits. Dancer, Donner, oh, Dasher. Dasher is the first one. Okay, so I'm going to go out here to the fella. Okay, here I did it. This is what I think. I think that feels like an anime eye. The way it has reflection in there, deep inside and then on top. I watch 5 different animes. Okay, you watch some nice animes. I watch those too. Okay. Yeah, I don't watch any animes. I occasionally will look them up just to see what's going on with anime art. I'm of a different generation, and so I was influenced by books, and there weren't any anime books when I was a kid. Okay, you match some nice animes. I watch those too. Anime is the best. Anime is the best. I'm glad you guys like anime. Okay, I'm going to go to my last drawn, last painted. I was thinking about this too, like how can I make this look like there's a depth to this eye when I think I can put some shadows here. So let's go, I'm going to go to layer 3. I'm going to make it a little bit gray and create a shadow on that eye. Then in this one, I'm going to go to a super duper duper dark brown. Oh, that doesn't look super dark brown, does it? Well, I'll go and get it darker. But we'll put this color in to start. And then we'll go really dark here. I know I'm missing all sorts of comments. So it's starting to look like there's a little bit of a shadow. So I'm going to go to the very top layer on this, and I'm going to create a really dark Shadow above. Oh, so many comments. Okay, let me go see if I can catch up for a minute. Okay, wow. All right. Yes, Maggie Bates Art, that's me. Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Yummy Yum, eat me up. Eat 'em up. Keep practicing. You'll get better. If you love to draw, just draw. Draw once a week. Start once a week, and then you'll be like me and you'll be drawing every other day. And you'll get better and better and better. And yes, Maggie Bates Art, please subscribe. Love it. I'm just catching up. Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, we're talking anime here. Blue Lock, Haikyuu, Hunter x Hunter, Love Tyrant, Hiromiya, Kinu Koinu, Mushroom Pup, Made in Abyss, Naruto, My Hero Academia, TBHK, Spy X Family, and Hunters Guild Red Hood. Yes. Oh my god. That is so many animes. Also, Pokemon, Sailor Moon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball, and Death Note. Alien Stage, if it counts, but I ran out of room, so technically watched 20 anime shows. Oh, same. Watched J Sailor Moon and Pokemon. Can you watch too many animes? If Alien Stage counts, then I technically watch 21 anime shows. I know how to draw a body and a face and hair except the clothes. I watched my whole life 5 anime is what I'm watching currently. I watch 4 other animes in my entire life. The comment I just made no sense. Why me does I have to make no sense? What is Alien Stage? I don't know. So we got to change the question. So let's see here. Question and answer. How do I get this question to plus question and answer? Thank you. I'm working on it. I'll get there. Start a question and answer. Sometimes they don't make it easy to work this on your phone. Start a Q&A. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, now I'm going to do another one. A Q&A. What is your favorite anime? Done. Start Q&A. Okay, that's the question right now. What is your favorite anime? I think I'm just gonna go here and fill that in with gold. I don't like that it's there at all. That's been bugging me. Okay, so go up there to that color and make sure I'm on layer 3. And I'm going to go even lighter. That might be too light. Is it? Nope, it's not. It's not too light. That works. It's bringing in just enough highlight so you feel the shape of it. Can you eat Blitzen? How long have you drawn this? I've been working on this just for, I've had 3 days off from work, and I started it, I think I started it on Friday. So I started it a day, 2.5 days ago, and I haven't been working on it full time, but you know, I've been working on it a lot. I bet I've put in 20 hours on this drawing. Yep, Friday, just a couple days ago. Today is Sunday where I am, Sunday evening. I am Steve Cobbs. Is that the name of an anime? My favorite anime is Demon Slayer or Spy Family. Okay. I'm gonna have to check these out. There, you can definitely see what's going on with the horns now. And the ears. Okay. I think I might put some stars in the sky, just dots. And then if I go closer, the dots get smaller, because that's how this program works. It's kind of weird. Also, I have a picture of Fan from Inanimate Insanity, and I showed it to my older cousin, and he said watermelon. Okay. Steve Cobbs is a character. Oh, okay. Right. So it's your favorite anime character. Oh, I like it. I like the little stars in the sky. I think I'm going to go in here and detail out these a little bit. So let's go with a darker darker version of that. Miss Yummy, I'm driving from Texas. Wow. That's cool. Don't so you text to voice, are you not actually driving, are you riding? So we don't want anyone to be unsafe. Oh wow. Absolutely not a danger to society, time to stand trial fan, watermelon. Very cool. Hello. Hi, random person. I'm driving from Texas, Miss Yummy. Yumi. Umi Temup. So hard to say. My name is Random. Yes, random person. How are y'all? We're good. We've been doing a lot of chatting on here. People are coming and going, but they come back. Oh, you're spiraling. I'm sorry. Well, hang out here. We are having... I am mentally insane. Well, not mentally insane. Right, you're not mentally insane because you're on here typing and socializing. That right there is an excellent sign. I have the urge to go outside to my front porch and scream. Quote from fan. Okay. So I'm going to go over here and add a little more blue. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more lines right here. Now we got to add some of this green and we're going to go darker. It's looking better. My favorite anime is Psyche K. I forgot the name. I like MHA. Ma. I think I'll grab that one and... Ooh, we got lots of comments happening here. Academia. fellow MHA fan. MHA. I'm not sure how to say it. You didn't see my comment. Oh, let me go look for it, Miss Yummy. Miss Yummy, what did you say? I'm driving from Texas is the last thing you said. Are you sure you typed it in? Because I did see that. Okay. I like that with the... Okay, this one's actually feeling pretty done. So then it's like, well, what else is going to happen in this eye? So this is I'm going to take that eye color and I'm going to add that to the reindeer palette. Oops, reindeer palette. And then I'm going to take this eye color and add it to the reindeer palette. Whoa, lots of comments. Holy moly, I better check and see what's going on here. That one. There was more outside the box. The only reason she didn't see it is because I ate it all up. Ate it all, ha 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 ha. Totally so funny. No, it isn't. What? There was more outside the box. MAH comment. I see. People better not laugh at my comment, bro. It wasn't funny at all. I love commenting. Eat 'em up is how you pronounce my name. Oh, got it. My Yummy Eat 'em Up. OWA Stickman. I mean, Ms. Yes, I do hear Ms. Yummy Eat 'em Up. Easier for me now. I've got that in my head. Okay, I'm kind of liking how this guy looks. I wonder if I want to put just a little bit of dark blue in his eye. Dark blue. Go there. Go to disc. There, that kind of a blue right there. Oh, I see. Let's just make it even with that one. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do is go to a background color here and go to my palette, grab the black in a large, and put a black base. Am I on background? I am. There's a black base going on down here. Have to be careful not to draw over the top of that whole other drawing I just did. Could you imagine if I just like accidentally went over the top of it? That would be awful. Now, being that I'm in the background, okay, I'm going to have to go around all of this because I put all of those on the background. Remind me not to do that. Remind me to go up one layer next time. So many comments. So many comments. Hard to keep up. I've been here since I first started drawing Blitzen, and I am still here. That's so awesome. Arrow Ace, thank you. I told you I would stay until the end. Oh, well, I haven't tired out yet, so, you know, it might be a while. Oh, come back, Apple Pen. There it is. Somebody asked me to write that earlier. I would have to search through the comments to figure out who that is. And don't forget, whoever that was, if you find your Apple Pen in the next 24 hours, so clean your room. I bet you'll find it if you clean your room. If you find it in the next 24 hours, throw a comment in, I found my pen, in any of my videos or shorts. I will see it. I want to know if you find your pen. We're summoning your pen in this drawing. Hey, if somebody else has a wish, it has to be family friendly because it's going to be in this drawing, which is a family friendly drawing. Throw your wish in the comments, and I will, if it's short enough that I can, you know, make it short enough that I can write it in cursive somewhere in the drawing, I will do it because that'll be fun. You wish to eat the art. Oh, I was going to say, I wish to eat the art. Okay, hold on. I got to put it in cursive. And I'm going to go to layer 3 to do that. Whoops. Layer 3. And I'm going to use this color. And I'm going to write it right here. And it says, I'm going to eat, I wish to eat the art. When you post the video, I will scream if I see it. So funny. I wish to eat the art. That's got to look more like a cursive R. There we go. Okay, anybody else have a wish? I will add it to the drawing. I did. You didn't think I would. uh, I have, in a lot of my drawings, I have drawn people's names in my drawings from YouTube. But I like the wish. I think that's really fun. Let's like add a wish to my drawing. So I'm gonna go in here and get rid of that black in there. Oh, stop it! Undo. Oh, okay. Sorry, I goofed. I don't have a whole lot left here to fill in. So the idea was that I wanted to start drawing this eye and see how it looks if I... So what might be kind of cool is if I were to add a moon. Let me go to the top layer. Let me choose a white, go to my biggest. A full moon. We're adding a full moon there, and then we're going to add another one here. And then I'm going to start adding colors that I did for the other eye. Let me go here, go to, this is what I'm trying to do, go to reindeer. And I did this really dark brown in the eye. I don't want to go over the top of the names right there, or the words. Something funny is happening down here. What layer? It's on this layer here. have to erase this. Sometimes layers can cause you trouble. Like I'm in a little bit of trouble right here with these layers. I obviously drew something on a wrong layer, and then I switched out of that layer and then didn't know it and didn't switch back and da 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 da. So that's okay. We can fix it though. So I think what I need to do is go to the background layer and add the black. Am I on the background layer? I am. I see a comment. I see a couple. Demon Slayer are... Okay, so all right, so I missed a couple here. I wish to see my dad again. Oh, yes. I hope you see your dad again. Pokemon. Demon Slayer or Togen is your favorite. Shoto Lover 3. Hello, fellow Shoto Simp. Demon Slayer are on High School Host Club and Togen Araki, and hello, fellow other Shoto Simp. Any people a part of the OSC, or is it just me? I made an edit of a character that got struck by lightning with the audio thunder because I thought it was funny and posted it on my channel. Oh, I might have to go over there and check that out. Arrow Ace. Okay, that eye is starting to look kind of how I want it to. So if I go here, oh, I can go and I can go there. Okay. Now here I can't. Oh, that's okay. We'll just let that be. Okay, we've been working on Blitzen for quite a while. Wow. And eventually, when you're looking at Donner, and Donner is all colored in, you're not really going to notice that eye until I go like this, and then you're going to be like, what's going on in there? And then you're going to see Blitzen. And then we're going to go in here, and I'm going to do another drawing somewhere in here too. I'm not sure where. I haven't figured out where yet. Okay, so is anybody new here that hasn't seen this infinite zoom? A lot of people come and go and then come back. So I hope I'm not being too redundant, but also I don't think everybody knows that comes through here. They just see me drawing. I don't think they know that I'm working on an infinite zoom. And I don't think they know that it's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And yes, 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 I am still here and one of the only viewers on. There's another person, but I stay until the end. Oh, that's right. Arrow Ace, you're staying until the end. You're awesome. Arrow Ace, you are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, there's 5 people on here now, though, and I don't know if any of them have been here before except for you. And I don't know if they know that I'm working on an infinite zoom. And this is backwards. You must find a way to eat the art. So funny. I probably not comment. Okay. So I just keep every once in a while I zoom in and out because I think that it's important for people to know, because if they like infinite zoom, there's not that many infinite zoom people who work live. I'm one of them. And so it's nice to know who they are if you like infinite zoom. So I'm going to go back to the last painted, which is right there, which is Blitzen. And now I'm moving out from Blitzen and I'm going to start working on Donner. Donner, I haven't actually finished drawing his lines, his line work, so I think I'll grab that gold and I'll go to the line layer, grab my small pen, and just finish out a little bit of the line work. I just saw a comment. I think Mariah Carey is defrosting already. I'm not sure what that means. I know she's a singer. Donner. So what kind of a sign should I have for Donner? How about if I just make a nice big plaque here, and we're going to add some poinsettias. What's in the middle of a poinsettia? I gotta look. I'm gonna look. I have a computer here. I'm gonna look really quick at what's in the middle of a poinsettia. Poinsettia. I know they have red flowers. And I'm going to go to images. So they don't have like a round, they don't have a round center. They have a bunch of little gold dots, like little stamen. Okay, so let me redo that. And I'm going to use my large they have a lot of petals. It's a video Mariah Carey posted, and it was Mariah in ice, and she apparently, according to her video, she defrosts every time when it's nearing December. Oh, that's cool. I should go look that up. I like Mariah Carey. I was just about to say my mom has fake poinsettias, and I am sitting next to them. Okay. So, am I on the line layer? I am. Perfect. Whoops. So there's one poinsettia on that side. Go back and draw another poinsettia over here. Start with the dots. And then I'll go to the lines. Oops, that's a little bit. Oh, you slipped. I hope you're okay. My boyfriend proposed. Really? Congratulations. I'm 18 and he's 19 and he proposed. So now he is my fiance. Well, congratulations, Grace. That's so cool. The wedding is in July. Well, you've got plenty of time to plan. That's super exciting. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do another green background. Okay, what day are you getting married? Do you know? It might be on my birthday because my birthday is in July. The 14th, we have decided because it works out and his family can fly in on the 13th, so it's perfect. That's 6 days away from my birthday. Huh, cool. You also have to plan it for like what's available. Like unless you're having it at your home, you should also think about what place you're going to rent for people for the reception or the party or whatever. Sometimes those places fill up, so you should check that and maybe adjust your date based on that. You can always have it in a public park. That's what I did. I got married in a public park and nobody was around. It was kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to go with a very red poinsettia. Comments are flying here. The venue we wanted was booked all after July, and we wanted a winter wedding, so we had to go with what we could get. So it's a summer wedding now. It depends on where you live. If you're in the US, July is it's a summer wedding. July is a summer wedding. If you're in Australia, July is a winter wedding. So I'm not sure where you are. So when you say summer and winter, some people are not in this part of the country. So you kind of have to say that. You have to say where you are. Yellow. Oh, I forgot. Go up here and use the eraser. The comments are flying. My brain, I can fly. I'm an eagle. I legitimately thought of that when I heard you say that, and I don't know why. Well, we make associations. Whoops. Okay, so I just have to say this for all you people who came on here who enjoy drawing. I want you to remember that you came on YouTube and you saw somebody draw for hours and hours and hours and hours, because sometimes that's what it takes to get better at drawing, is you just have to practice and practice, put the hours in, and then before you know it, you're drawing all sorts of things that you didn't expect you would, and you're cranking out lots and lots of work, and it's high quality. And if you take that away, I've done my job. I am currently drawing right now, but I keep drawing the grass in my drawing too thin. Oh, what are you using for, what medium Are you drawing on paper? Are you drawing on a digitally? Digitally. If it was paper, I would have been way better at drawing graphs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, can you grab the grass and can you like lasso the grass and then just enlarge it? Or does it get pixely? Oh. Donner. Okay, I've got to fill in the other Donner eye. I can't leave him this way. So I'm going to go here and do the black. And then I'm going to do the brown. Then I'm going to do that really, really, really deep blue that I did on this guy's eye right there. Let me grab that blue and come out here. Oh, I just put all of that on the background. Oh, that's okay. Let's go in here again to Blitzen and grab that pink. That pink I want to add to my reindeer. And we'll also do a white. I have a feeling something's wrong over here. We're about to find out. Oh, no, it's okay. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is go to this layer, choose this color, and clean this up. Try that again. So we're going to do anime eyes again, which is very sparkly eyes. Okay. I want to thank everybody who came by, and I am going to go eat some dinner. Thanks again for everybody coming by. I think that Arrow Ace, you're the last one here. I'm gonna go grab some dinner. Thanks so much, everybody. I will see you on the next. I'll see you within a week. Take care. Hit the sub button if you didn't already.